modern beauty with yesterday's glam. Demystifying design one space at a time. Hi, I'm Carrie McCall and welcome to Design Talk. Today we're going to demystify design one space at a time. And how do we do that? Well, welcome to my own personal home. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the 5 elements that I like to use when I attack a new design project. What are they? Well, introduce pops of color, bring the outside in, marry the old and the new, create levels of texture, and cater to your senses. Let me show you what I mean. Here you can see grandmom's chairs that we've had around for over 25 years. I reupholstered them. I married them with a clean, sleek, modern beauty of today. I added layers of texture with the wallpaper. I added pops of color through lamps and throw pillows. I brought the outside in with fresh flowers and a gorgeous fig plant in the background, and I catered to the senses using a candle and some chocolate. Sure thing. Bring all of these together and you too will have a warm and inviting space. So I get asked this question all the time. How do I fill a space? What I love to do in a back hallway is fill it with snapshots, action shots of family members. First, always start with the same color frame in different sizes and different angles. 2, put in action shots. A portrait is a wonderful thing to celebrate, but it's not necessary when you're really trying to bring in that warm factor to a space. And 3, always take everything before you tack it up, lay it on the ground and organize it. That way you'll know exactly what it's going to look like when you're all said and done. Shadowboxing kids' artwork is a great way to fill a space, add a pop of color, and celebrate all of their artwork that you've collected over the years. And it's also incredibly easy to swap out. And as you can see from this table, I have a lot of work to do. Hi, I'm Carrie McCall and welcome to Design Talk. Today, we're going to do a fresh floral arrangement. Incorporating fresh flowers into your home is a great way to bring the outdoors in, give yourself a pop of color, and to warm up a space. Let's get started. What I always like to do first is call a local florist or a grocer that I use from day to day. I call ahead of time and I ask them when they're getting their fresh floral arrangement. That way, I'm getting the most bang from my buck when I'm talking about fresh flowers. Now, everybody knows that fresh flowers only last 3 to 5 days. When you're setting up your fresh floral arrangement, and I've already pre-cut some of these, you want to cut on an angle, as so, wash under cold water, and I've already washed these, and then one by one, set up your floral arrangement. Nothing has to be perfect. Imperfection is the new perfection. You heard it here first. I always like to do a glass bowl. Colors are wonderful too, but glass you can see through and add that pop of green in the bottom. Don't be afraid to not use everything that you picked up at the grocer. Voila, you're done. Now that we have this gorgeous arrangement all ready to go, let's go over the tips one more time. Call your local grocer early. Find out when their fresh delivery date is for their fresh flowers. Don't be shy, they have to tell you. Cut them on an angle, add cold water to your favorite vase. I always do clear because I love seeing the green on the bottom. And then when you're all done arranging, add these 2 things. A half a cup of sugar and a couple of drops of vodka. That's right, it's not just for us, it's also for the flowers. Enjoy.
What this place needs is better graduation rates.
What this place needs is less childhood obesity.
What this place needs is free help with taxes.
What this place needs is healthy breakfast.
What this place needs is fitness programs for kids.
What this place needs is early readers.
What this place needs is mentors for teens.
What this place needs is people to join us. What this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org.
Welcome back to Design Talk. I'm super excited to introduce you to some friends and colleagues that I've gotten to know over the last couple years. And we're going to talk a little bit about some of their design challenges. I've made a delicious cocktail. Let's go meet them now. So let's talk about Diana.
Oh, all right. Well, I met Carrie, and a realtor introduced us when you were renovating a very large Victorian.
Yes.
And it was a complete gut. First floor, second floor, attic, basement, everything, because it had a lot of square footage.
Yep.
And you wanted the whole back of the house opened up with French doors and kitchen, breakfast, family room. And at first you thought of the kitchen in the middle, but then we studied the flow together.
Yep.
And because of the adjacent rooms, it made more sense to have the kitchen on the side. And we worked together, and I really liked that you were collaborative and listened to my concerns, and I listened to your vision, and we turned it into a really great project.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And you sold it and made money.
That's right. Which is always great. That's a good project. Yeah, I know. You're right. You know, that project, looking back, was my first project out of the gate. Other than smaller renovations I was working with and clients and design jobs I was doing. And it was so funny. I remember I was down running on the treadmill, and I said to my husband, "Hey, guess what?" He's like, "What?" I'm like, "I just bought a house." He's like, "What? You bought a house?" I'm like, "I bought a house." And he goes, "Well, I know we talked about it, but I didn't think you were actually going to do it." And I'm like, "You don't know me very well. You've been married for 20 years. You know, if I talk about it, that means I'm in and we're doing it. We're going to run with this." And that was the first house I did, and it was super exciting. And it was an opportunity to really put my stamp on it and really run the full job from beginning to end. So that was really cool. And it was great working with you too. And what I love about you is you're always like, "Let's do this." And I'm like, "Or maybe we could," and you're like, "Oh, I like that better. Let's go in that direction." So it's, like you said, very collaborative, and it's good to get two minds working together. And I love to do design jobs like that too. So, which is,
And
really
neither one of us are very positional. You know, we're secure enough to listen to each other's ideas and a client when a client's involved.
Yes.
And just doodle. I bring my tracing paper. I doodle and sketch different ideas. I sketch what you have to say. Or Stacy or Amanda, if they were my clients, we just listen and keep doodling until everybody's happy. That's what I like, when everybody feels that their vision is realized.
Right. And I love the fact that you doodle too, because you're like a scale doodler. Like, I doodle and it doesn't look like a real doodle. Like, it's like, is this really a table? We could fit that table in that room. No, not quite that size table, but let's look at this. And so what's kind of funny about that was when Andrea and I started working together, just recently, she bought this amazing sofa. I don't know if she shared that or not.
Yeah,
the Mahjong. It's gorgeous and tons of color and really represents you, I think. I mean, it took a long time to pick out the fabric and have it delivered. How long was it?
About 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah.
8 months from beginning to end. That's a long time to wait for a piece of furniture. And fingers crossed you loved it when it came in, right?
Yes. But we didn't know what to do.
Right, exactly.
Which is where you came in.
Yeah, that was, it was so fun. So I remember when I met you and I came in and you had, the sofa was like off to the side, and we're like, this is gorgeous. Like, we've got to bring this front and forward. We've got to celebrate it. We've got to pick colors out of it and change the wall color and really make it a piece of art. And very rarely do you say that with sofas, right? Because sofa is such a background to what you're going to add on later on. But that sofa is gorgeous and amazing. And my favorite was when I met you and your husband, and I said, we have to do Kelly Green walls. And your husband was like, yes! Kelly Green walls! And most people would say, no way are we doing Kelly Green walls. But that was awesome. And really just the amount that you were willing to take yourself outside the box was really awesome. Like everything I talked about, you're like, yeah, let's do it. Or you're like, I need to marry old and new, and I really want to have that. So let's look at like antique places, and we shop for antiques, and we were like on the same page, right? From like basically,
and had fun.
And had fun from the very beginning. Yeah, we shopped in New York together and had lunch together, and it was a lot of fun. And are you happy with everything?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Andrea said she was on a house tour when she saw your home, and she knew right away she wanted to work with you.
I saw her house, the black lacquer, the wallpaper in your foyer. I loved it all. So I said I need to meet her because I'd been struggling to find the right person. And I feel like you came in, you spoke with my husband and I, got to know us, the way we live, the way we like to entertain. I had this great couch, had no idea what to do with it. And after talking to us for about an hour, you came over the next morning, we moved everything around, and within an hour she said, bright green walls, this layout, which was not at all expected, which is what I loved also. And then from there it came, and we love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think what I really like too is that we work together. We worked with your husband. I love working with couples that are involved together, versus like halfway through the design project. And you kind of go, oh, my husband doesn't like this. And you're like, uh-oh, furniture's ordered. We've already painted the walls. What are we going to do? So getting people involved and whoever's going to live in the space from the very beginning is incredibly important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love it. And then the shag carpet, that's like one of my favorites.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I love it.
And you really worked with my budget too,
Yeah.
which was amazing too.
Well,
it's a great
thank
rug.
you.
It looks perfect.
I love it too. And Shag's making a comeback.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
making a huge comeback, which is like you should
That's
never.
my generation, Shag. I got
Just
rid of all
saying.
the shags.
I know. Well, you know what? I always think of like design as it's really like fashion coming back around. Like you can't get rid of anything because you're always going to repurpose it someplace, right? So the shag carpet, or I wish I kept most of my clothes from high school. It would have. I wouldn't have been able to fit into them anymore, but it would have been amazing because it's like all of that stuff that you loved then, and then you got rid of, and it's all coming back, and your kids are wearing them, right? And it's like this is kind of cool.
Your daughter could fit in your clothes.
Yes, she could. She could. Well, she's smaller than I was in high school, but yeah. So, Stacy. So happy to have you here, and I know you guys just kind of met Stacy, and we're going to be starting a great project together.
Yes.
I'm super excited because it's an amazing house, tons of space, and I'm looking forward to all the fantastic things we're going to do. And what I love when I met your husband, which he didn't know me at all, and he was like, "Can we take the back of this door and paint it black?" I'm like, "I love you." It's like my signature color. I'm like, "Can we lacquer it too?" Because if we can lacquer it, really, that would be amazing. So, and then the staircase, we're gonna lacquer the staircase, and that's really cool. And
make it look a lot better. The nice thing that you came over and helped us at the beginning of a project, like we were debating about 2 houses. We needed a larger house, and we were debating about 2 houses. And so Carrie came over, and before we even bought the house, and said really quick, here's what all would look good if we did this and we did that, and gave us like ballpark numbers, which was really helpful, because again, we're going between 2 houses. One was a house that was being built, and one was the one that we ended up buying, and we needed to change quite a bit. And so Carrie was able to, you were really great about saying, okay, I think you're going to do this, or it looks like there was water damage here, or make sure you follow up with that. And it was really helpful, because at the end, the house we bought was the right house for us. And I think when we start it, which is going to be in about 3 weeks.
That's right. Yeah.
It'll be great. I can't wait. I'm really excited.
In the turnaround time too. It's
turnaround, because I gave you, I'm like, we have 2 weeks, and this is what all we have to do. And Carrie's like, okay.
Let's get started. That's probably the tightest time frame. I mean, to get you ready for your party was like 3 months or 3.5 months, something like that.
A little less.
Yeah. And we work together. When we work together, we're months out. We're in the planning process, and we're months out. We have to go to bid, and then you're like, okay, we've got 2 weeks. We're going to move in on this date, and these are the things that we need to have done and ready to go in order to really, move the family in and have a very successful move in.
And you were great. We prioritized, okay, well, we definitely have to have the floors done. We have to have the painting, but even the painting, you're like, okay, well, let's just get this part done, and then we can redo this once you're already in, because the furniture might knock this. So we'll put that on the back burner because we only have 2 weeks. And there's only a certain amount we can get done in these 2 weeks.
Exactly.
So here's what we're going to do first, which is really, really great.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things I like about working with you too, Carrie, is that we both care about setting the expectations, looking at analyzing a property you're interested in, seeing how much it might cost, because you have some idea. I have a good idea of costs as well. Looking at the timing to make sure that that's calculated into the financial structure.
Right.
And when we looked at that house together, the latest project we did together, we decided it was going to be a tear down, not a renovation. And what I liked about working on that house was how you like the black lacquer. So the pocket doors we put in, they're black lacquer. Some of them are frosted glass, and you have a real pulse on what the young families are looking for. Like you wanted more ensuite baths than what was done maybe 10 years ago.
Right.
You know, there'd be a hall bath, a Jack and Jill bath, the master bath, and that might be it for a 4 or 5 bedroom house. Now I think in the house we did together, it was 5 bedrooms on the second floor, and they all had ensuite baths.
Yes,
so.
and that goes with a lot of, family living.
Yeah.
So, when I looked at designing that house with you, I thought about my kids and where I wanted to place them, and I really think they all needed their own bathroom. So, so going in, I'm like, okay, so you can live in this space and you can live in that space, and then and then not having a hallway bath, because if everybody has their own bathroom, no one needs to share anything. And then there's a hallway, of course, downstairs on the first floor for the powder room.
And your children are growing up, so privacy becomes more important.
Absolutely, 100%.
Right.
Yes. No, that's a great project. We're actually going to visit that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we're going to
I'm
go
so
visit
glad.
it. So that's super,
fabulous.
super exciting.
Yeah, looks great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie.
CKM Design.
There you go.
To many more projects.
Thank you. Absolutely. 100%.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts. Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
So as I shared earlier, while sitting around talking to the girls, we were going to visit Hawthorne. This is my latest project, and I'm super excited about it. When going into this construction project, I thought it was incredibly important to start off with what the modern family would need and want, and that's exactly what I did. I did 9-foot ceilings, I did wide plank flooring, I gave modern amenities to the kitchen and the 5 bathrooms, and I introduced pops of color, and I introduced senses of warmth throughout the house. Let's talk a little bit about that. In most of the bathrooms, what you'll find as we tour this amazing house is you'll find marble matched with porcelain. You'll find glass barn doors that don't swing open, but move from side to side very easily with the tip of a finger. You'll see wide plank flooring that I high gloss to give it a very cool, sleek sheen, something you'll see in a gallery. I used LED lighting throughout the house, which, by the way, has a 30-year lifespan, which is amazing. And I did these gorgeous, one of my favorite elements of the house, doors, 8.5 feet tall, to mirror what you would find in a 100-year-old beautiful charmer. Let's go take a look. Welcome to the labor of love. This is an amazing kitchen that I built in 2016, and I can't wait to walk you through all the amazing details. As you look over here, you'll see the hardware. What I love to do in kitchens is marry old and new. So we have clean, sleek pulls with cabinet knobs and cup holders. I love them. Super cool, very old world, and very now and then. When you look at the amazing tile that we did, at first glance, it's incredibly simple. And you're right, it is. It's subway tile that's white, but it's been hand cut to give that old world feel. An amazing Wolf stove. I wish I had this in my own house. A Wolf microwavable push drawer. 2 dishwashers flanking the farmhouse sink. A 48-inch Sub-Zero refrigerator. All of this, along with a fantastic center island with a gorgeous white countertop, makes up an awesome kitchen to cook in. I love this center island. I built this center island specifically for the cook at heart. And as you can see, I have a ton of storage, no overhang for stools, because this is an area and an island for you really to entertain off of, serve off of, and really mingle around. As you can see, I decorated with fresh branches from the outside, added a little spice of a bright green pop of color to warm up this classic white kitchen island. As you can see in this living room, we've married the old and the new. We've done a coppered ceiling that is extremely traditional in a 100-year-old house, and we've married that with a 5-foot ribbon sparks fireplace and surrounded it in gorgeous quartz from floor to ceiling. Modern beauty with yesterday's glam. That's a wrap. Thank you for visiting me at Design Talk with Carrie. And to learn more about me and some upcoming projects, go to my website.